Please subscribe math.com and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more video updates.
Hello everyone, our today's topic is Cramer's rule. Today we will see what is Cramer rule, how to use a Cramer rule, and why this rule is better than other rules of solving a system of non-homogeneous linear equation. So we will start with why do we use Cramer's rule in matrices. Basically, Cramer's rule is used to solve a system of non-homogeneous linear equation. Now what is non-homogeneous linear equation? If you have the equation of the form ax plus by equals to k, where a should not be equals to 0, b should also not be equals to 0, and k should also not be equal to 0, then you can say that the given equation is a non-homogeneous linear equation. This is a non-homogeneous equation and linear because we have the variables with the power 1, and so it is a linear equation. And a system of non-homogeneous linear equation, when you came across more than one non-homogeneous linear equation, Cramer's rule is used to solve a system of non-homogeneous linear equation. Although we have other rules to use that we can use to solve a system of the non-homogeneous linear equation, like we can use a substitution method, we can use an elimination method, we can also use matrix inverse method, and there are multiple methods that can be used to solve a system of non-homogeneous linear equation. But why do we need to use a Cramer's rule as compared to the other methods of solving the non-homogeneous linear equation? So let's see why we need to use a Cramer rule. So it is used when we want to solve for just one variable. Now what does it mean? It means when you came across a system of linear equations, then you have to solve for all the given variables. What does it mean? For example, if I say I have a system of equation as, so this is a system of non-homogeneous linear equation where we have three variables. Now in order to find the value of z, or in order to find the value of x, or in order to find the value of y, we need to solve all the three equations, and we need to find x, y and z, all the three where we can have the values of x, y and z. It means we need to solve these three equations for all the variables, and it will take too much time. But what if I say solve these equations just for x? Then you can't solve it for x by using just the two equations. You have to use all the three equations to do this. So whenever you want to solve a system of linear equation and you want the value of any one variable, say I want the value of x or y or z, then you have to use the Cramer's rule, in which you need not to solve all the three you need not to find the values of all the three given variables. So as a result, this method is time saver. The main purpose or the main advantage of this method on other methods of solving the system of non-homogeneous linear equation, that this is a time saver. So this is the main property of the Cramer's rule, that it is time saver. It's that you can easily solve for just one variable. You need not to find the values of other variables in order to find the value of the variable that you want. So this is a time saver. This is the basic advantage of Cramer's rule over other rules. So let's take an example and see how you can find the value of a single variable that you want by using a Cramer's rule. So here we have an example. This is an example of, where we are given with a system of non-homogeneous linear equation, and this system is a system of three variables x, y and z. And if you will be asked to find the value of z, or if you will be asked to find the value of x or y, if by using the other methods you have to find the value of x, y and z, all the three variables, and you have to solve all the three equations at a time, and you need much time for that. But here comes the Cramer's rule, and it has solved your problem of solving the entire three equations for all the three variables. So let's start how you can use a Cramer rule to find the value of the variable that you want. So the step number one is we have to write this system of equation in the matrix form. So let's start writing the step number one right in matrix form. How? Let's see. First we will write the coefficients of the variables. Like here we have 1, so 1, -2, 1, 3, 1, -2, In the last we have 0x plus y minus z. So I'll write 0, 1, minus 1. Then I have to write the variables in this equation, and the variables are x, y and z equals to the values on the other side of the equality, that are the constants. So minus 1, 4 and 1. So this is the system of non-homogeneous linear equation in matrix form. This is a matrix A, this is x and this is B. So this is the matrix form of the given system of non-homogeneous linear equation. Then we have the step 2. Step 2 is you have to find the determinant of the given matrix. So that is the matrix A. So we have to find the determinant as A determinant is equals to 1 into minus 1 plus 2 into minus 3 plus 0 plus 1 into 3 minus 0. So A determinant will be equals to determinant will be equals to minus 2. So keep this in mind. You have to stop here if A determinant comes out equals to 0. We cannot use a Cramer's rule when the determinant of the given matrix equals to 0. So if you get the determinant of a matrix not equals to 0, you have to move to the step number 3. So what is step number 3? You need to check you want the value of which variable from the given system of non-homogeneous linear equation. So if I say I want the value of y, so what I will do? I will write here as I will write the y here as I want the value of the y equals to, if I want to find the value of y, I have to replace what? I have to replace this column of the A matrix by B matrix. So I can write this as 1, 3, 0 and the second column will be replaced by the B matrix. So minus 1, 4, 1 and then the remaining elements of the matrix A. 1, minus 2, minus 1. So we have to take the determinant of this new matrix and it should be divided by the determinant of the matrix that we have found in step number 2, that is A determinant. So we will solve it and we'll see what will be the value of y. It will be equals to, so the determinant of this matrix will be minus 2 divided by the determinant of the given matrix, that is also minus 2, and it will be equals to 1. It means the value of y will be 1. So we have not found the other value of the other variables in the given system of linear equation, and we just found the value of the variable that we want directly. So this is how you can find the value of any single variable from the given system without finding the value of the other variable. Similarly, if you want to find the value of x, then you have to replace the first column by the B matrix, and if you want to find the value of z, then you have to replace the third column of the A matrix by the B matrix. How you can find the value of the rest of the variables as well? For your convenience, let's say if I want to find the value of x, it will be equals to what will be the matrix. You have to make the matrix as, you have to replace this column by the B matrix. So what I have to write? I have to write here as minus 1, 4, 1 and then the rest of the two columns will be as it is, minus 2, 1, 1, 1, minus 2 and minus 1. So this will be the matrix for the value of x and divided by A determinant. Now you can easily find by finding the determinant of the matrix and dividing by the A determinant. Then similarly for z, for the value of z, what you have to do? You have to replace the last column by the B matrix, last column of the A matrix by the B matrix. So what it will be? You have to write the first two columns as it is, 1, 3, 0, minus 2, 1, 1 and the last column will be, this column will be replaced by the B matrix. So we can write here as minus 1, 4 and 1 divided by the A determinant. So you can easily find the value of x, y and z by using the Cramer's rule. Keep this in mind, we cannot use a Cramer's rule in the case we got the determinant of the given matrix equals to 0. So Cramer's rule can be used for finding the solution of a non-homogeneous linear equation when you want the value of a single variable quickly. You don't have the time, you just need one variable value. You can use the Cramer's rule, no need to use the other rule, and it will help you out to solve your problem. So Cramer's rule is very important in matrices. If you have any query, please leave a comment and I will respond you. So that's all from today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will see how we can use the echelon and reduced echelon form to find the values of x, y, and z, or the different variables. It depends on the system of on the variables given in the system of the linear equation. So that's all from today's lecture. Thank you.